it's, what time is it? 20 past 7-ish?
20 past 7-ish, yeah.
We're on our way now, and it's pitch black outside already. So we've been hired by this group to go and have a look at Colchester Castle, which I think was a place we always intended to visit anyway.
Yeah,
but since the opportunity came up,
yeah, we just grabbed it and jumped on board.
Now the thing is, we can't find much regarding legends on the internet. Which, I mean, I guess that's the point of going on the ghost tour, isn't it?
Yeah, see what's there. I mean, there is literally bugger all. I mean, you found one story.
We found one. There was one story that said a guy named James Parnell in 1565. He was a prisoner in the dungeons at Colchester Castle, and they kept him in a big pit and forced him every meal time when he wanted to eat. He had to climb a rope to get to his meal, which obviously when you're...
That was a bit shit, really, wasn't it?
It's
fuckers.
It's like...
Imagine that, yeah, can I have some porridge, mate? Some Quaker's Oats? Yeah, climb the rope, you fucker.
But I think the answer...
You absolute fucker.
I think the answer was to pull a Bruce Wayne and climb without the rope is the trick. But I mean, as you can imagine, I mean, when they're starving you and it must be really hard to climb a rope when you're not getting a lot of food, not getting a lot of rest.
Totally malnourished.
It must just get harder and harder. And obviously, as you could probably guess, apparently he fell and he died. And supposedly, ever since he died, people report seeing his ghost in the pit and around the dungeons. And apparently, this is the part that was really, I'm a bit, not sure I want to believe this, because there was no details at all. Like, at least you had details with that half of the story. You had a name, you had a year, but supposedly there was a man, an unnamed man, years later, who on a bet spent the night in the dungeons at Colchester Castle, and when they came back for him in the morning, he was like a quivering, crying wreck. Don't know what he saw. But that sounds a little... What do you think? I mean, that sounds a bit...
I don't know. I think it's bollocks, to be honest with you. If I can slip away, I will be slipping away. I would very much like...
You didn't hear that from us, Colchester Castle authorities.
Yeah.
We will be sticking to the tour, we promise.
We'll stick to the group. But we'll slip away.
But we will not slip away, we will get conveniently lost.
Well, here we are at Colchester Castle. Beautiful, beautiful building, castle. It's a castle, it's not a building. It is a building, it's a castle. It's beautiful. And it's actually quite creepy. The walk up here was anyway, because we parked right over there when we probably could have parked just down the corner. And you have to walk through pitch black alleyways and corridors. That was pretty daunting, wasn't it, really? I think that's the most daunting part of tonight so far. But yeah, the other guys are here. They're just up the end there. We're going to go meet up with them, have a chat, and hopefully soon we'll be going inside, see if we can pick up anything spooky.
Spirits that reside here. I would like to introduce myself first. My name is John, and we will go round.
Hi, my name is Marley.
I am Jamie.
I'm Dave.
My name is Lee.
Molly.
Simon.
I'm Nick.
Hi guys, I'm Nikki.
I'm Mark.
I'm Joe.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. So if you would like to split off into two groups, you can. We'll leave Mark and Joe in with one group in this cell, and I will be going into this cell. So whoever would like to come with me into this cell can, and then whoever would like to go with Mark and Joe into that cell, obviously go into that cell.
15. The spirit is 15 years old. To my left. Video?
Yes, we are videoing.
Are you in the middle part?
Ask him if he's standing near me. I'm standing outside both the cells.
Observe.
Wow, you've gone up to it.
Right, I've got a feeling that we might be in this centre part here. So if you want to walk through to the centre part, see if we can see that
Disaster.
it's going all red. No, there won't be any disasters with us tonight.
You have a story to tell us.
No, I didn't realise it was there, sorry. Try again there. Try again this one.
An orb just went straight past you.
Past me.
Yeah.
It just turned off. The camera just turned itself off. Malfunction. Has it ever done that before?
Well, it's telling you to rewind.
It's just said rewind the camera, it's just turned the camera off.
Oh,
Playing with us.
If your remains are underneath these boards, would you be able to light up the K2 meter? The little green light you can see in front of you. If you light it up, you'll be able to tell us that you're here with us.
Reverend.
Wow.
Here we go. Here we go.
Reverend. Shall I ask a question? So make the K2 meter flash. 2 for yes, 1 for no.
John, have you got time?
So you don't like the Reverend man?
Possible.
What room are we in?
We're in the cells.
In the cells, right. Yeah, 45. It's at
That was an answer on it, didn't it, flash door?
9:45, the cells.
Human.
How weird's that? So one's going, but the other one's not.
Both of them there. Grey one's going.
Spirit, if you would like us to leave you alone, give me a steady flash. So stop it on a certain flash. Yeah.
Wow. That's a
Completely gone.
that's the first time ever. John, this respect, which was absolutely.
I don't think we've got any for this. I'm not too sure. I can't remember which ones these are. They're the small ones.
What's your take so far, Dave?
So far, it's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling it.
No, the guy with us is a medium. He says he can feel the spirits. Obviously, I can't say whether he can or can't, but it certainly sets a tone when all the lights are off.
Yeah, it does.
I'll ask you to do is very, very slightly place your finger on the glass, very, very slightly, and then obviously because I'm sure we're team will not do it because obviously we don't want to be saying no, it's not really blah blah blah. If the people that use the glass, every now and then, if it does start to move, just raise your finger and just put it down again. Raise your finger, put it down again. Obviously you can not just literally just touching the glass. You should be able to take from your energy that way. Use the energy of everybody in this room if you need to, and the devices they're using to move the glass to prove your existence. Does that just say laugh? Is it taking the mickey out? Boy. Are you a young boy? If you're a young boy spirit, would you be able to move the glass for me, please?
It's heading towards Marnie.
Lord. Thank you, Spirit. We'll leave you in peace now, and we'll move on to our next area. Thank you very much. Really, really appreciate that.
Thank you, Spirit.
How about that, eh?
I bet this place is sick right here.
I don't like that.
Oh wait, what? Sit down. Yes, we can get to sit down.
Oh wow. What happens if I put that on?
Is everyone alright?
Open it up, swap it over, and then format the disc as it goes in.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Was that you?
What? What?
I'd like a click.
Could have been camera.
Yeah. Didn't know there was this one. I don't know what the floor's like. You got a torch on your end? Ah. Let there be light. Roman temple. Norman castle wall. Oh right, it must be.
Sorry, that was me.
Well said. Oh, it's a wall. Right,
What's
okay.
in there then? What's in there?
Some sort of vault again. If there's any spirits here,
Dead
pick
end
up
up there,
Jamie.
but it feels
Flick his hair or something.
Did you just tell the fucking ghost to flick my hair?
Touch his shoulder.
very low ceiling in here. Because it's like,
Mind your heads, guys.
Give it the cheapest one.
Okay, let's have a look, see if you're in here. What would this have been used for?
I don't know, but it's only recently been blocked, you know.
It's like dead, isn't it? No readings, nothing. There's nothing going on.
I might turn this off actually.
Spread out slightly. Spread out slightly.
Watch the quick up and they've moved it.
Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to ask Spirit to communicate to us by moving one of us. I'm going to ask him if they can make one of us go down to our knees. Joe loves this. Yeah, I'm going to ask Spirit if it can make one of us move down to our knees by putting pressure on us. What I want you to do, this is all I need you to do, is control your breathing. Right? Be very, very, just chill right out. So if we all like to relax. Feet nice and straight. Right, I ask the spirits that are with us, that reside down in this vault, the people that are in this circle, give their full consent to use their energy to put pressure on them. What I would like you to do, to show these people that you exist and you're here, is to move them, start from their neck and see if you can move their chin slightly down towards their chest, and then put pressure on the back of their legs to see if you can push these people down to their knees. You can use all the energy in this circle to do it. See, Spirit, you
Is it your right leg by any chance?
pick someone out now. You've obviously picked the person you'd like to push down to their knees. So if you can put slightly bit more pressure behind their knees, see if you can take them down. I would actually be quite grateful. That's it, Spirit, a little bit more. I can feel the energy going around. That's it. Well, Spirit, take them down. Take them down. Take them down.
Jesus Christ.
Take them down. Right, now Spirit, I'm going to ask of you one more thing. Can you see if you can make this person that you've just taken down to their knees, to see if you can actually make them kiss the floor? Right, now go on. You can take them down even more. Just put pressure behind the neck. Push this person down. Further down. And they are at the moment. A bit more if you can. That's it. Take the pressure. Put it behind him. Push him down. Slightly more. Thank you, Spirit. Really, really appreciate this. Really, really appreciate this. Go on, down a bit more. bit more energy. That's it. You can take some more of my energy. I do not mind. That's it. Down. Down. Go on, spirit. Take them down. Right down. No, you can do it. See, spirit, you just use that bit more energy and you'll be able to push the person over. Go on, spirit. I can feel the energy. You can take more from me. I've got enough energy just to give.
The flash here, is that right?
Yeah. Go on, spirit, take more energy from me. Just push this person right down. Spirit. Make him know. Make him know. He's going. He's going. He's going. He's going. He's gone. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Now you can take the pressure off, please. If you can do that for me, thank you very much. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you ever so much.
Right. Go straight and I let it go and I could feel it going and then his went and it went away. I was getting pressure underneath my foot. And as he went,
It started on
yeah, it's really odd.
and then it shoved. It shoved it.
I was like, I can't say anything.
Did you do that?
Did
you do that?
Did you
That was he done it like Harrods usually right on top. So. But I'll tell you what, Alan had the footage, didn't he, of Harrods?
How'd you feel?
And you could see the pain in my face.
Sweating,
I was in agony, but I was
shaking.
not giving up.
like
Yeah, you can't mistake it.
see like pins and needles, extremities. Awesome. No, you feel back of my shirt.
It's like someone's doing that to the back of your legs. Literally just kicking the back of your legs out.
That was.
Right, for all the people that was just...
Okay, so it's now 2:30 in the morning. We've just left Colchester Castle. It is technically the next day.
The next day, it's Saturday.
we have been in Colchester Castle for a day. It was a fun experience. I don't think either of us would say it wasn't fun or interesting at the very least. Things happened. First of all, we found Parnell's cell that he was held in, which was cool. We actually didn't have to look for it that hard. It was right there when you walked in, wasn't it?
In the door,
and there was a well opposite it, which was the only pit we noticed. So I would assume that was the pit that he had to climb up during meal times. And it was interesting actually. It was a really freaky looking well. It was so deep, wasn't it? Really deep.
Oh, yeah.
I don't really feel like we saw any genuine paranormal phenomenon tonight. I mean, what would you? No. Yeah, I think we saw a lot of interesting coincidences. There was a point in the cells where they used to keep the prisoners and things where they had this machine. Some of the ghost hunters who we went with had this machine that supposedly picks up electromagnetic frequencies that the ghost is speaking in, basically, and translates them into English language. And I just turned on the night vision camera, and the machine beeped, and the woman said, "Oh, the ghost has just said film," or something like that. So she responds, "Yes, spirit, we are filming this." And then all of a sudden, the camera shut itself off. Which, okay, that was a coincidence. That was at the time kind of, and I got a chill down my spine, I'll admit. But then the camera was fine the rest of the day. I don't think it was really a
Both
thing.
of them were, weren't they?
Yeah.
Sorry. That was the window wipers. Nothing supernatural.
No. We did some glass work, they called
Yeah.
it. Actually, I took part in that. You took part first, didn't you? And there wasn't
Yes.
really any movement whatsoever.
No, apparently it moved slightly towards me when one of the women said, move the glass towards the person you want to speak to.
Yeah.
And then one of the other guys said he was using, because I gave one of the other guys, we were doing it with one of our night vision cameras. And he said, as the woman did that and the glass moved, an orb flew right past me. Probably a bit of dust.
Yeah, I admit
Because
I saw a few of these orbs. They were.
We're in a
going around.
castle
Yeah.
that's really dusty.
Pretty sure they were just dust.
So it's dust. Either that or I've got a really dandruffy beard.
Yes. Ours moved quite a bit. It moved from the centre of the table to the edge of the table and fell off the edge. But it took an awful long time to do it, and I was very aware of, first of all, that I myself moved the glass at least once, because it's quite hard holding your hand up on the engine, and you're not supposed to press on the glass, you're supposed to hold it very lightly. And I twitched and sort of shoved it in one direction, but nobody seemed to notice and just went with it and was like, oh, the spirit is moving it. So I personally felt like somebody was pulling it from across the table.
I think it was it's suggestion.
Yeah.
Power of suggestion. You've all got your fingers on the glass. Everybody wants it to move.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to succumb to it, and they're going to move it without realising.
Yeah.
And that's definitely what happened every time we did glass work.
Yeah.
Because every time we did glass work, the glass moved. I'm not going to deny that, the glass moved every time we did glass work.
Easily the most interesting thing of the whole night was we went down into the vaults below the castle, and we sat in this it was really cool. It was this really dingy little cave, basically, that was freezing cold, but we did this exercise called a human pendulum, where you all stand in a circle, you hold hands. Basically, they were asking for the spirit to make one of the members in the circle drop to their knees. So we're all sat there, and I think nothing happened for about 5 minutes, and just as we were all starting to feel stupid, who should drop to their knees but Mr. Dave Taylor here,
I don't know what you're talking about.
compelled by the powers of the spirit world.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But I think why don't you tell the audience about?
Well, I'm not going to go into like too much detail because you've already seen it for yourselves. But it was, at the time, I was flabbergasted. I really was. I couldn't put a finger on what had just happened. I had pins and needles running all through me. It felt like somebody was sticking their finger in the back to my knees. And I got cold sweats. I went really hot, went really cold, got cold sweats, started shaking, and God knows what else. And yeah, at the time I really was like, I don't know what happened. I sort of had to process it. But as the night went on, it sort of dawned on me that I'd sort of worked myself up enough for something like that to happen through just the power of suggestion, like we mentioned earlier with the glass. Because we were shouting at spirits, weren't we? Yes. Earlier, we were trying to antagonise them, and plus it was about 1 o'clock when we went down there. 12:30, 1 o'clock. I'm really fucking tired.
Yes.
I am ridiculously tired, and I think just a build up of wanting to go to sleep, wanting something to happen so much, and yeah, I think that's why I dropped to my knees. I'm not convinced. I'll quite happily state now I am not convinced that it was supernatural.
I do think it was interesting. I thought that, and it could. I have to side with Dave. I don't think, although I am a little bit more of a believer than you, I don't think we saw anything genuinely paranormal tonight.
I was surprised nobody picked up on our friend Spirit that we found out about earlier on today. I forget his name because I'm incredibly tired.
one seemed to sense the spirit of Parnell.
No one.
Maybe he was at Parnell.
Maybe he was. Maybe he was. Or maybe he was just too fucking hungry to come out.
I think now all we want to do is get home and sleep.
Yeah,
I just want to sleep so bad. So I think that's it.
Yeah.
And I guess we'll see them next time.
It's Dave and Jamie out.
Bye, guys.
See you later.